Hello, my name is Rick Bolling, and I've been a parishioner here at St. Mike's for several decades now. And I am actually in the cry room here at St. Michael's. And I wanted to mention a few things about the Adoration that's coming up. First thing I wanted to say is that we're in the cry room here, and Jesus is actually in the tabernacle just about 30 yards down this way. And that's a very radical statement to make. I mean, it's like a lot of statements in our Catholic Church. If you say the creed and go through every line, you'll realize how radical a lot of these things are. But this is what we believe. And we don't just believe it, it's actually the truth. It's like a lot of things. So I just wanted to say, I wanted to kind of talk about Jesus being in proximity. When COVID-19 hit back in the middle of March, we had something very bad happen. Besides all the people that had died and suffered, we had the Mass taken away from us. And this was a very good decision by the bishop to try and protect everybody. But it was a tough thing, especially for people that go to daily Mass, and I'm one of these people that go to daily Mass. So we had that taken away from us, but a great thing happened too, a beautiful thing, and that is that Jesus stayed with us. Jesus stayed with us in proximity. I could come here, it was a wonderful thing. They kept this open 7 days a week, and we have our chapel too, but in the church, it's really special, in the big church, where you have St. Michael, and you have Our Lady, and you have St. Joseph, you have the angels, and all of that is really happening when you come in the church. So what I would do is I'd come here every day just to be with Jesus in proximity. I would tell people, for some reason I get in a lot of conversations with people that are fallen away Catholics. I fell away for about 1.5 years, a long time ago. And one thing, and you know, they have a lot of reasons for leaving, and I understand that, and my heart goes out to them. But there's one good reason for coming back. This is the thing I say. It's like you just have to ask yourself one question. Is Jesus really present in the tabernacle or not? If he's not, I understand you going to a church that's a good fit for you. I fully understand that. But if he really is in the tabernacle, as he is in every tabernacle in Catholic churches throughout the world, then you might want to rethink that. Because one thing I realized was, is it better to see Jesus every day or not? I mean, we can pray to him, but that's more like talking on the telephone. It's not like going to see your friend face to face. So is it better to be in that proximity with a good friend? Of course it is. You know, if you're going to see somebody you love, they love you, your spouse, anybody. Is it better to see them face to face? It is. And so that was the thing that I learned from when COVID hit. It was a lesson. I always believed in the real presence of Jesus being in the tabernacle. But I began to realize that death can come at any turn. And this is something I've realized for decades anyway, but certain times in your life, it really hits you. And what happens is, with COVID, you say, everything's uncertain. What's certain? And it came to me, especially coming here, it's like, Jesus is certain. Jesus is certainly here. I mean, he's really here. I really get to talk to him. I really get to be with him. I'm friends and spouses and everybody else, wonderful people that you love. But they can have problems. They can be sick. They may be gone. Other things. He's never like that. He's always here. And it's not like he just kind of wants to see you, really wants to see you, loves to see you. He's burning to see him. And it's not so much about us wanting to see him as he's burning to to see us. So that was a big thing that I learned during that time, and I still am learning it. There's a lot of things I could mention, but one thing, and I'm kind of doing this off the cuff, but because I kind of want to get it out of the way. But one thing that people will say sometimes, they'll say, hey, look, live every day like it's your last. Well, it makes it sound like you got to, go climb Mount Everest, go do something unbelievable. But another way that I think about it is, if I am to die tomorrow, or if Jesus is to come back tomorrow in the second coming, we're supposed to long for that, right? What is the thing that I did today that has an eternal consequence, that has real meaning? It doesn't have to be climbing Mount Everest or anything like that. Going doing something radical is actually a quiet thing that you can do with him and be with him and the real Savior of the world. I come in here sometimes, I think, how hard it would be to go see any king in the world, all the strings I would have to pull. I mean, it just sounds impossible. But the King of Kings, I can come in and he's readily available. In fact, he's not just readily available, he really wants to see me, and he's burning to see me. That's an amazing thought, and it's something I'm still learning about. So I pray that everybody can find it in their heart to come to the Adoration at some point and experience that real presence.